You guys think I'm joking, huh? You guys think I'm playing? Look at that. 6 in the morning. It's 6 in the morning. You think it's 6 at night or 6 at night? It's 6 in the morning. And I'm here recording, making videos. I'm gonna go take a shower. But yeah, I'm gonna go hit the shower. But I'm gonna do my intro real quick. It's been a while. Or it might not even be that long. So I just want to go off and say this. What's going on? It's your boy. All time. We're back with another video. I just want to start off by saying I appreciate the love on my last video. I asked you guys, because I normally don't do this, but I asked you guys for like, I don't know, 100 likes in a couple days. You guys smashed it, I think, in less than 2 days. I think so. You guys are crazy. I keep saying this, but I'm not used to support. I'm not used to views. I'm not used to likes and dislikes. I'm not used to comments. I'm not. So thank you guys. I'll always keep thanking you guys. We're about to hit 3K. So let's run up 3K. I kept making jokes saying 10K by the end of the year. We might not even hit that, obviously, but 10K by next year. You know, by the next year once it starts. I have some big plans. I'll make the whole New Year's video when it comes out. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. Premiere, we here. Who's here right now? You, and the person in the back. I see you too. And even if you're not watching in the premiere and you missed it, that's fine. I appreciate you guys. Leave a like, subscribe. I have a members. Join it. It's a different type of way to support my channel. And if you don't like the video, dislike it. Leave comments, leave critiques, all that stuff. I mess up as a content creator. I mess up as a person. Let me know when I do. Hold me accountable, guys. Right? I think I said before that I'd make a Discord by the end of the year. I'm still trying to think about that, so no rush on that. It's been a while since I've even mentioned that in the first place. But I'm going to go hit the shower real quick, and then we'll start the video. But, yo, what happened last time, though? We'll get to that in a minute. Make sure to grab your snacks, get comfortable, get your drinks. I don't care if you're at work, you're on your break, you're, I don't know, anywhere, on the toilet. Now, be here. Be here. We here. All my manga videos. JoJo's. You see the shelf back there? Look at my JoJo section. Tokyo Ghoul. Shojin X. All of Chainsaw Man up there. All right. Vagabond. You see it down there? Look. We here. All right. I'm going to release my drawing video soon along with a semi-announcement. But let's just say, guys, I'm working. Let's just say, I'm going to say this. I'm working on a one-shot. Manga-wise. So whenever I release that, and it's not going to be long, but I want you guys, when I put this out, this is why I've been a little bit busy too, practicing my drawing and my storytelling and everything. I just want this intro to be very clear and concise with some of the stuff that I say. I'll be very bleak on it, but I've been working on some drawing. If you guys have been on the channel for a while, I've been always talking about that and dreams and ideas of making manga. So stay up to date on that. Again, if you guys want to see the video soon, if you guys want to see my manga video or my own manga video, right? All that stuff. Let me know. Comments. That's it. I gotta go, man. It's gonna be like 7 in the morning by the time I'm back. I gotta do some other stuff. Hey, guys, this is the video. U-20. And by the way, yeah, again, I know the intro's rolling in right now. You guys said this wasn't the final arc, so that's even more great. This is going to be for everyone under 20, U-20s. You guys get that? You guys excited? U-20, new arc, 6 in the morning. We excited. It's your boy All Time. And it's time for the U-20 arc. 世界一になりに来てんだよ。このままじゃ、今までの俺と同じだ。人生変えに来てんだよ。エゴイスタ、潔行一。ブルーロック。俺はストライカーだ。 Hey. We're here. We're back. All right, guys. So before we start the video, again, hope you guys are comfortable. You guys got your snacks. We're going to be catching up with this one. So, and I think a new chapter literally just came out. So I'm really excited to be able to cover it and to show you guys my authentic reaction. Hopefully this one I'm going to have a lot more to say. I felt like in my previous discussion I didn't really talk that much, and I wanted to provide more commentary than just me screaming and getting excited. And like what I said, I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. And really moving forward, I'm excited to, I would say the most, to see how these characters are going to handle really the recipes that we were talking about in our last video, like what Ego was telling us. Like if Ego's telling us this is the key to our evolution for each of these characters, I just wonder what is that going to be. But we're going to check out this chapter. I think it's like side B or something, or sideline B or whatever. And we'll talk more about it in a second. So hope you guys are ready. I'll see you guys in the video. Let's go. Chapter 311, Side B. 1 day until the U-20 World Cup. Counter. Go, go. Move back. Make it a 2-on-1. Alright, nice shot, Isagi. No, we are a bit too slow, Hiyori. If we can't cross with that quicker timing, it'll just get blocked by the world's top players. Okay. I get what you're saying, but I can't pull it off right away. I'm not a robot, and I don't want to get worn out before the game. Yeah, Isagi, you're asking too much. Huh? What kind of tepid crap is that? We're trying to win, right? What's wrong with comparing us to that ideal? Well, I can't argue with that. I bet you could find a better way to say it. I wasn't trying to be harsh. I'm just stating an opinion. And don't say stuff like tepid. It ain't Hiyori that's slacking off, dumbass. Whoa, what we arguing for? Hey! Isagi saying stuff like lukewarm and tepid. Isagi here. Demon King getting a little too cocky, right? But again, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, comparing, I said the comparison is the thief of joy, right, guys? But in that same way, it ignites competitiveness, right? But these aren't no, like, guys, these are not no new, Blue Lock character. These are the world's, under 20s world best here, where we got to go all out or nothing. And even then, we probably still have another arc. So again, they're both not wrong, What? No need to fight. You're both saying things that help us win. I don't mind, though. Let's keep our feelings hot and our communication cool, right? Sure. Sorry. Same here. My bad. Isagi. You must think you've become a nucleus to this team, and that everything will go your way now. Save it for when you've totally beaten me. You want to be Demon King. Hey, guess who's here? Looks like you're working hard, my money-making blue boys. My lumps of talent. Baratsuta, chair money grubber? Hey, he can hear you, you idiot. Why aren't you covering your own mouth? What's the meaning of this? I thought I asked you not to come here. Oh, I'm not here to lecture you on soccer. I'm just here for a greeting. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, Blue Lock. I thought it would be best to tell you about our promise, Ego-kun. That they'll be more motivated if they know, right? The number of the U-20 representative slots isn't 23, it's 26. And I get to fill those last 3 slots. And one of those 3 is Hitoshi Sai. Huh? Wait, what? Info overload. So that means Sai will be in our U-20 team? Well, Sai-kun decided to join the team until the finals, but I've decided on who to choose of the 2 players. All of you will fight in the U-20 World Cup Group League, and meanwhile, I'll be holding Blue Lock's Japan last 2 survival selection, tada, aka Side B. For Side B, I've gathered about 300 talented youngsters, and for the additional fee, Blue Lock TV subscribers can view this heated battle and boost Japanese soccer even higher, so it's a ripoff. You ripped off Ego's idea? That's our money grubbing Nagi. And the players that are expected to participate so far are these guys. Huh? He was in our first game of tag. That's Kira. Dude, if Kira comes back, that would be crazy. Kira? Guys? If Kira comes back. Guys, is Kira coming back? That would be crazy. I actually might think Kira could come back. Like, the author's doing some weird stuff with these panels, guys. I don't know. Is Kira gonna come back? Because, again, you guys have to understand, Batsura, he's against Ego's philosophy. Kira was the first character that was made an example that was against Ego's philosophy. It would make sense. And not only that, but he's trying to convince Sai to be against Ego's philosophy. I mean, Sai's ego was destroyed, so that would make sense. And then all that's left ego to kind of wither out or sort of, manifest into something darker would be Nagi. So those three guys, correct me if I'm wrong, I actually think it makes sense in some way. I mean, that'd be so crazy though. No way. Well, I plan on timing it so Side B's winners will be determined around the same time as the finals. And that means we'll have some big news for the world to coincide with Saitoshi joining the team. So make it to the finals, even if it kills you, Blue Lock. Okay, Blue Boys, good luck. Make me big money. Ego-san, what's the meaning behind this? What will happen to Blue Lock? They're just options, don't worry. The chairman is only thinking of profits. I'll exploit that to make all of you stronger. Anyone who loses in Blue Lock can never play for the Japanese national team. What about that rule? If Kira comes back, I won't use him. Setting aside Saitoshi, nobody who Bachira drags here will be a match for you guys. And the right to decide whether or not to use them lies with me, not Bachira. So then Bachira's selection is just another piece of Blue Lock? Right. It's an annoying and unexpected interruption, but think of it that way. In any case, if we can't win the U-20 World Cup, I'll be ousted from Blue Lock. Huh? For real? My position isn't that different from yours, and this doesn't change what I'll do. Produce the world's best striker, and wager everything to get a World Cup victory for Japanese soccer. Until this ego runs out, I won't hand you guys over to anyone. Now then, I'm going to announce the starting lineup for our first match against Nigeria. Come on, Ego, talk it, Ego! Come on, Ego! Come on! We ain't gonna be losing nobody. I'm getting excited. It hasn't even started yet, guys. Let me calm down. He won't use them. Yeah, I don't know, guys. There's gonna be something where they're gonna be used, 100%. But stake your life. We're always, every single chapter, every single episode, every single arc, stake your life. That's obviously been the Blue Lock philosophy in a way. Stake your life. We're here to produce the world's best striker. So until this ego runs out, I won't hand you guys over to anyone. Just as much as you guys are putting your life on the line, I am too. If this fails, I'm ousted. We gotta do this. We have to do this, and I like that. I really like that. 2 hours until the U-20 World Cup begins. Oh, we have 2 more hours. 2 more hours. Oh, I see the next chapter. You guys ready? Oh, I hit my mic. You guys ready? Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited, bro. My heart's pumping. Can y'all hear it? Guys, I can't. I'm excited. I mean, and we see Nagi coming back. Yo, guys, I don't even care if this next chapter is just set up and there's no soccer. Like no match yet. I just want to see the setup. I want to see it. I want to see it more before we continue. I don't want to see the match yet. But this is obviously going to be where it starts. I'm so excited. Nigeria, y'all ain't ready for us. Y'all are not ready for us. Let's go, man. Chapter 312, the U-20 World Cup. Focus on this fight. I'm a machine that lives for goals. No, I'm a machine that will make Japan the best in the world. Now then, the opening match of the U-20 World Cup is finally here. Time to introduce Japan's starting lineup. Hold on. Hey, guys, look at the arena. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm too lit right now, guys. Bro, it's guys. It's like 7 in the morning. I'm so excited. Let's go. Let's see the lineup. First, the goalkeeper, Gin Kagamaru. Whoa, the fireworks for this production is sick. We're counting on a defense god. Kagamaru-san. Next, the team's 3 center backs. The captain, Oliver Aiku. The magnificent back with long limbs and long hair, Jinube Aidu. And the defense line's brain, Iki Nico. Next, the 2 wingbacks. Tickets, please. Dang, it's starting already? I'm not a member of Blue Lock anymore. I betrayed the philosophy of live for your own goals, then lost and dropped out, and now I'm here. In that case, on the right wingback, the divinely fast panther, Hyoma Chigiri. On the left wingback, the cool-headed lefty, artist Yo Hiyori. I shouldn't try to go back. I'll go grasp something new. I lost, even if it's lame or weird or painful. After seeing that side of me, I finally trying to understand myself. Hey you, want to know the true source of this fire. Hey, stop right now, intruder on the VIP floor. Figured it out. It's not like I was fired up over playing soccer itself. Next is the midfielders. Thank you. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh. Yo, Nagi is He's going? Nagi, find that fire! And meanwhile, first the extraordinary assassin, Tabito Karasu, and the shapeshifting all-rounder, Ryo Mikage. Ryo was the one who brought me to Blue Lock, but the fact is, everything went wrong when I tried to get fired up about being with Ryo. Next, the yellow highlight technician, Meguru Bachira. That's why I won't keep playing soccer just to be by Ryo's side. And finally, the top 2 forwards. The strongest striker in Blue Lock, Rin the Beast Itoshi. It's not that I want to go back to Blue Lock, and it's not to fight Isagi, the fire that's deeper inside me. My ego's tried enemy. Finally, Blue Lock's shining savior. Yo! They're both about to... Oh my gosh! Dude, the introductions are so sick. Oh my gosh. Isagi and Nagi are about to... Oh my gosh, dude! This is so hype. And the kids there too! It's time! It's time! Isagi! My heart is excitedly screaming. I'm the center of the world. It's that pleasure of feeling like a god. If it's for that. Hey, Chairman-san, is my seat still open? I can lose everything else. I could even destroy Blue Lock. I want to be the world's best. Now the U-20 World Cup opening match is about to begin. It's Japan versus Nigeria. Let's get crazy, Blue Lock. Hold on, this Nigerian? Okay. Look at the squad though. Hold on, I'm getting way too active. Look at and then the Nagi panel previously. Look at the squad though. Hold on, wait a minute. All right. Was that Onazi with the like ONZ? All right. Why they look kind of cold though? What? Not the team panels. We haven't seen this since PXG. All right, U-20 World Cup, where we at? Time to be the world's best. First match begin. Kickoff. I can't, wait a minute. Ooh, oh my gosh. Peak cinema. Peak. Oh my gosh, I gotta go back. Literally, guys, like from a pacing perspective, all right, let's calm down. Literally from a pacing perspective, one of my favorite chapters. All the introductions, right? Wow. All of the introductions, right? Isagi gets the widespread, then we get Nagi. I could even destroy Blue Lock by himself? Nagi? We serious? We serious, Nagi? Two panels I gotta go back to. Lock in, guys. Lock in. I could even destroy Blue Lock. I want to be the world's best. We finally see Nagi's ego return, and it's more, you know, death-like than ever, right? This panel looks so cool. Like, if not this panel, guys, easily my favorite widespread, or even just panel in the entire chapter. The team showcase is crazy. Jerry looking cold though. Wait a minute. All right. Okay, we're here, guys. We're here. The U-20 Nigeria 11. Again, we're here. It's time. I'm guessing this is going to be the main guy here, right? Has to be. And then Isagi was, getting his earpiece ready in the bottom. He says, time to be the world's best. Wow. Not even an overreaction. I'm excited. They look so clean, though. I'm excited. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Guys, I was trying to form some coherent commentary. let's watch ourselves, all right? Look, calm me down, guys. You guys got to calm me down, right? Listen. And it seems like we're getting a flashback here. All right, I'm about to lose my voice by the end of this video. Like, I'm losing my voice. Every single Blue Lock video, I was losing my voice. And it's going to be the same thing again. So, again, before the backstory, I am really, again, I love this chapter. This was my favorite chapter post the new Eagles League, so NEL. This was probably my favorite chapter. I thought Isagi announcing himself to the world, or like the when he punched his fist into the air and while they were holding the trophy, I forgot what that chapter name was called, but it was literally like the first chapter of my last video. This was probably my favorite chapter. I think it was called, it was Parade, right? So that was my favorite. But now I think it's this one, if not the bunny one for my previous video post NEL. But yeah, guys, 311 is infectious. 312 U-20 World Cup. Phenomenal chapter. Pacing, art, direction, everything. Like it has everything, guys. Everything. Right? And it finally roundabouted Nagi. So maybe I should have ended last video on that chapter, but still, it roundabouted the character arc of what he went through within those, 15, almost 20 chapters. So now we're here, guys. We're back in the games. We're back, and I'm excited. Again, I hope you guys are ready. Let's lock it in and see what Nigeria is all about in the U-20 World Cup. Chapter 313, Opening Warriors. Go Onazi. Holy crap. Do it, Onazi. Our shining hope. Once again, I, Atsuto Terayase, will be announcing this match. And I'm Natsuki. What can we expect from the U-20 World Cup? Well, the fever of this opening match is incredible. Let's review the regulations for this tournament. First, the 64 countries are divided into 16 groups of 4, which will compete in a roundabout robin style. And the top 2 teams in each group will advance to the next round. Okay, alright. 64 countries, guys. Wow. Last video, I said comment you guys' chat, like your countries and stuff. We're going to be in America too. Oh, America's team's going to go kind of crazy. Maybe. Who knows? But 64 countries, and they'll conform into the, they'll compete, and they're formulated into the round robin style, right? So, okay. That's going to make a lot of matches that's going to be off-screen more impactful, only because we're not going to see them. So it's gonna gauge our threat level for the country for the matches moving forward. But okay, cool. That will leave 32 teams in the final tournament, including the playoff match for 3rd place. There will be a total of 128 heated matches of this new era. Also during the matches, players are permitted to wear these simultaneous interruption earbuds, being developed by the Mikage Corporation and utilized during the New Eagles League. I can't believe it's finally starting. This is awesome. Let's get pumped. Now then, carving out a future for Japanese soccer. Oh my god, the widespread. So yeah, even more, 120 matches overall with 32 left. But I see Rin and Isagi at the bottom. Yo, our 2 number ones! Our 2 number ones! Oh, come on, we gotta show the world our ego! Come on! You guys excited? Oh my gosh, we gotta show the world, guys. I'm locked. Let's go. Or the new chapter of Blue Lock Warriors. Let the U-20 World Cup begin. Japan versus Nigeria. Kickoff. Shortest, fastest, best answer. Right there. Oh, nice twirl. Rapid attack. That pass was too sloppy. Nah, it's all good since I'm here. Come on. Ooh, Onazi came. All right. They're zipping, guys. Wait a minute. Captain, nice reflexes, buddy. You're open. There, I'll fill in any gaps. That's a must-win exterminating vermin. Wowza. Now then. Now let's get going. Bullocks 2. Whoa, they turn the tables. Counterattack. Ball goes to Yo Hiyori. Time to reflect. With just too few touches, they made it in the front line. Rinatoshi is slipping past, one after another. No way. Gonna stop you? So tempted. I've already fired. Yikes, that's a sick curve. It's all good since I'm here. Well, Onazi stopped it. Why was he over there? Both teams are walloping each other with magnificent perspective strikes. This opening match is a desperate collision of two powerhouses. Hold on, Onazi stopped it twice. Little speed demon here? What is he like, Loki 2.0? I don't know. Rin fired it here before he even perceived it. Like, wow, like that's crazy. He shot it, then he came in. Oh, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. I like, dude, the double widespread. I see you, Blue Lock. Okay, I see you, Manga. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. No, I've already transcended them. I can see a vision for our victory. Isagi already saw the vision? He already saw it? It's what do you mean? What? What do you mean you've already seen the victory? The puzzle pieces are flowing, right? All right, so both teams are filling each other out. This is very similar to a lot of the beginning matches in the New Eagles League. Right? We remember FC Barcho. We remember Manshine City. We remember Ubers, right? We remember PXG. A lot of the teams, all of the teams really, especially within the first two chapters, really three, but first one, it was filling the teams out, trying to understand who's on who's marking who and who is playing with against who, right? How are they playing? The ball slipped past Isagi and reading the beginning, slipped to the mid, then went all the way to the goal, but then Nico with the save. Audio definitely helped. IQ was there too, but I'm glad the center backs kind of we haven't really seen the wings yet, obviously Chigiri and stuff, but we've seen Hyorio along with Nico way in the back save it with that headbutt, right? But then once we get it fired up all the way back to the center, then the middle, or the center, then the front, back to the forwards, Rin gets the ball, fires it before the defense can even react. Nasty curve, Ozai saves it, or Onazi, my bad, Onazi. He saves it. And then Isagi's talking about, I see the victory. Nice, I was about to say analysis. Nice little trades, right? I like it, right? Filling each other's out, filling really the teams out. And with the next one being core, we're starting off on Aiku's perspective now. I'm curious to see about the defenders more for each team, right? Because striker v striker, we can get hyped all we want. How tight and how good is the defense on both teams? Aiku, again, we had to play against them not too long ago, a couple of videos ago, a couple of months ago, right? But to have them on our team now, along with Audio's long limbs for the headbutts and stretches and leg blocks, so can Eco with his metavision too, right? So I'm really curious to see about Nigeria's defense the most. But we'll continue with this 314. Chapter 314, Core, Part 1. It's just like our simulation. The Nigeria players are leveraging their physical abilities to make and receive outrageous passes, and then finish it by passing to their ace striker to score goals. It's a single endpoint system. Second ball. As for us, we have an ego system that can score from anywhere. We're different types, but we both play hyper-offensive soccer. Yeah, it's just as we imagined. Again, a lot of teams, guys, at least from what I've seen from real football, soccer matches, a lot of them have those single two almost multifaceted, like ace-like teams. But Blue Lock is multi-aced, right? You know, for the most part, multi-aced. While they're playing for a single striker system. It's more like who has the more harsher offense here. I mean, yeah, they all have solid defenses from Aiku's analysis, but we have Rin and Isagi, right? Like on the same team, right? Until we get introduced to another character aside from the single ace, it's not looking good. I don't know. A clash of offense versus offense. Made a nice clear. Nice one, Obo. It's time for a rapid counter. You responded so fast. You're good. You came to crush me with a high press. These guys. Time to hunt. Yeah, moved like ruthless, efficient predators. Kuso, I'm here. Nice backup, Onazi. So ordinary. Your plan's too obvious, dumbass. Oopsie. Our coordination was suddenly rendered ineffective. They saw right through us. In just 2 minutes, Blue Lock has already started adapting to us. Here they come. Cover blue here. Look out for another cross. Sorry, but I'm a real bully, you know. Time to charge up the line. Oh, the other side. This time, rather than charge up the middle, he's racing up the side. Watch out for a cross. Too slow, dipshit. No decel pass. It's coming. To Itoshi Rain. No, wait. It's mine. Nope. First off, dude, they're like destroying them. I mean, I wouldn't say destroying them yet, but like they're adapting to them so fast. Once they figured out they're a 1A striker system, it's over. Like, it's that fast though, Blue Lock? Chapter 314, Core Part 2. I know your direct shot is bad news, Yuichi Isagi, but that's okay. I'm here. That again, you're one-trick pony. Huh? Your best weapon is your ability to appear anywhere to help your offense and defense. Using your unlimited mobility, trapping, shooting, jumping, your high basic specs. Let you run freely all over the field, and that keeps the Nigerian team invigorated. To put it another way, if we don't let you touch the ball, your team is dead in the water. I see. It's not as if all Blue Lock has adapted to us. Every switch between offense and defense to keep the ball away from Onazi. Start with Yuichi Isagi. If you can read a situation and instantly formulate plans, and the 1-2 quickly fill in the missing pieces, or the two brainiacs in the midfield. I just realized, even with Isagi's assist here to Bachira, because he's just like, I shut you down, you're the problem, and then pass it to Bachira here, right? But I just totally realized the midline, or the midfield, is disgusting. I just realized this reading. We have Rayo, who has Metavision too, and is extremely smart, and Karasu, who can point out weaknesses. This team is dangerous. Like, before they even sub off any characters, this starting team is disgusting. Like, actually disgusting. It's insane. Damn, they're heading to the goal. The twin aces are on the move. What's their next plan? Which of them will Bachira? As if I passed number ones.
Teiko? No matter how much you knock on the door to someone's heart, in the end, you can't change them, which is why you have to be the one to change yourself. When the world around you isn't following your plan, the only way to fix it is to fix you. Life is cruel.
What's their next plan? At the last minute, he forced his way through with an adlet. Soccer that fuses a strategic coordination of intellects with a totally egotistical finish. This is the reborn Blue Lock with Yuichi Isagi at its core. Not bad, monster. Gonna shatter my ego all over this field. Oh, Bachira with the goal! Come on, Bachira! Bachira! Right? Original egoist. Okay, I like how he scored the finish. I ain't even mad at that. Okay, with the finish. All right, Bachira. How we coming? The analysis, right, from, I forgot his name. Until they say his name again. With the one with the glasses, right, the goggles. His analysis, and on top of that, they're blitzing, like, their defense. It's like they're trying too hard to force their way to make, like, I would say Nigeria, they're trying too hard to force their way to the midfield, all the way to, like, the Blue Lock's defense. through only a one system like striker, that being with Onazi. Like once they get the ball, they play a little bit, then they decide to pass to him. The thing is, if every character can understand it that fast, their team shuts down. And if like they don't have a revolving, changing system to Blue Lock's adaptability, then they're not gonna win. I mean, at least from what we see. Oh my gosh, Bachira's little goal there was crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna flip the panel around real quick. I tried to zoom out the panel a little bit here so you guys can actually see it like in its entirety here. But the widespread here of at the last minute, he forced his way through with an ad-lib. Soccer that fuses a strategic coordination of intellects with a totally egotistical finish. Again, I like how they anticipated the fact that Bachira would pass. They anticipated how Blue Lock would react. They tried to adapt to the Blue Lock system, because throughout the beginning here, I'm gonna flip it around, throughout all of last chapter and even this one, they were trying so desperately to find out how they play, find out their way of playing, and they couldn't really do it. They were dribbling, destroying the team. Like, that's crazy. You know, the next chapter being called "What the Hell"? That's fire. That is absolutely fire, man. And then is that a celebration? Oh, that's a celebration. Oh, now we gotta check this out, guys. Chapter 315. What the hell? Goal. Bachira. Breaking past the two aces to smash in the preemptive goal. It's Japan's young king dribbler, Meguru Bachira. 44 days earlier. Please teach us about soccer. Okay, then let's try lifting first. You hit with the top of your foot like this. Like this? Oh, I can't do it. Try to feel like you're playing. Don't think too much. Just feel it. Feel like this. Oh, I can't do it. This is boring. Wait a sec, huh? I thought I got this, but what's obvious to me isn't obvious to others, I guess. Okay, let's try this. Drop the ball onto whichever foot you prefer, then hit it back up and catch it. You can do that, can you? Whoa, I did it. I'm getting it. Yeah, that's good. Look, I used my knee. Once you get the hang of it, try kicking it twice before you catch it. Next, see if you can increase it to 3 or 4 times. I get it. To teach someone, you need to explain your own sensations in words. Then lets you grasp what you're doing in terms of sensations, as well as what's your own essential talent is. Not trying to see if they can do something you can do, but to try to understand the essence of what other people can do. And once you find what they can do, that lets them grasp onto the terms and sensations of what they feel, and then they discover on their own. Like, in a way, guys, it's not necessarily like forcing your skills onto others. Like, hey, do what I do right now. You know, it's more like, you know, it helps you grasp what you're doing in terms of the sensation, as well as your own essential talent. Like, teaching leads to having that self-awareness and then learning what your essence is, you know, rather than trying to find what your essence is by not having any self-awareness because you don't know what you're doing. It's a loop. And I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad that Bachira's, yeah, that's really good. I really like that from a story perspective, you know. Igo-san gave me this homework to help me discover the sense of wonder that's already inside me. In that case, it's not passing or shooting or trapping. Okay, kiddos, now steal the ball from me. It's the essence of my soccer talent. It's dribbling. Oh, cool. Wait, Bachira. It's not like anybody taught me. The source of my fun. I'll make my dribbling ego and become the #1 in the U-20s. This guy rules. They caught us off guard. Let's try again. Time to strike back. Let's go. Alright, guys. Trust in me. You've got some skills, mister. As we move up the midfield with me as the axis, I have to keep my eyes on Yuichi Isagi. We will revise our game strategy to get the ball back to Onazi without Yuichi Isagi touching it. I'll stand in your way. Oh, what's next? I studied a new secret art during the 14 days Jibachi Ego gave me. One that's used by defenders in one-on-one showdowns. So yeah, I remember last video I got that mixed up. I thought it was Baro because of the long hair, but it was Ariu here. Judo's principle of spacing. By reading the tiny movements of an opponent's body and gaze, you can sense their next action. When combined with my soccer defense techniques, I become an impassable embodiment of martial arts. Phew, I guess I'm not getting past you, big man. Give me an idea, Kuso. Very well. Not as well as you thought. You're obviously the one to crush. What's up with him? I can't push him back. His core is tougher than it looks. How's this tiny guy so jacked? Iki Nico-sama, your brain is exceptional. Build yourself a body to match. It was simple. I just did a shitload of lifting. Oh my god, look at Nico, dude. Nico's so tough, dude. Guys, these characters are so tough, man. They're so cool, along with audio. This match is the showcase of the fruits of their labor. It's the showcase of their training. Each character, and I like it, right? Not just Nico, my bad. Not just Nico, but audio as well. Bachira's leading off first, which I like. Bachira was the first person we met egotistically in Blue Lock. I'm glad he was the first person to score the goal against Nigeria, to teach them and to show them a little bit about the ego, right? Oh, their defensive line has evolved past our prior data. Damn, they're countering. Don't let him pass the UHE Sagi. There you are. Oh, you don't mind leaving this open? Nice long pass. Spot on, Nico-chan. Go. Charmeleon. It's not starting with Yuichi Saki? Watch out. They could pass anywhere. Initiate copy. Come on. Original egoist. Done copy pasting. Let's go, Buzz Buzz. Double Bachira formation. What the hell? Oh my god, that panel was so hard. Oh my god, that panel was so hard. What is this widespread? Yo, hold on. This widespread is clean. Initiate the copy. He's already copying? Rayo's nasty. And then we have the original. That's what I said earlier. Guys, literally pre-flip. Oh my goodness, the original egoist and Rayo. All right. Rayo and Bachira, show me something. Show me, Blue Lock, come on. The double Bachira and Rayo, or really the double Bachira, that's insane. 2 dribble maniacs? What are we gonna do? Guys, it's like I'm rooting for Nigeria, but not really. What are we gonna do? Bro, hold on. Guys. What are we gonna do? What the heck? I'm here? What does it even mean? What does that mean? Oh, they're done. Yeah, they're done. They're so done. Oh my gosh, look! Chapter 316, I'm here. The original Mega Bachira and his copy are making coordinated play combos. This tactic isn't in our data. We can't adapt to this fast enough. It's a free and technical charge up the center. Gotta foul him. Okay, stop him. Pass it. Use. One of us wing strikers. What? Now they have a chance to pass to an ace? They're fine-tuning their attacks to fit any situation. To have too many options, Blue Lock is impossible to predict. What do they do next?
Direct till you pass out. I hope that they crash out. I recommend you cash out. Cause you end up, now you going down. You know I don't stress. I could not care less. But you know I'm the best. Got them turning their heads. I know I'm an asshole. I know when I dip and go. I know when I'm in control. Got the system on overload. I don't fuck with you, squish you like a bug. They ain't fuck with me, so it's fake love. I want shake your hand, bitch, you need glove. Wash the blood off my hands, I need gloves. I say fuck love, bitch, you need tub. I'm ready to fuck time, we make money. I hate home runs, bitch, you better bun. I don't breathe cause it's fun. Boy, about to check me the billion. Now fuck that, bitch, you need trade. Now fuck that, bitch, you need to feel it. Make so damn bad,
Copy and change. He's not passing. He's creating a shot course. Model Chigiri. 44 Panther snipe. Huh? These guys are unreal.
As far as I can tell, they sound like me, they wanna be like me. Cutting open, I'm doing surgery. And they line back, I'm going insane. Yeah, I'm going insane.
How is Blue Lock this damn good? I'll win by myself. Oh my god, Rayo with the goal! Rayo, he copied Chigiri! Can we talk about that? He copied Bachira mid-play in less than a couple panels, then Chigiri... I'm done. Get this video. Blue Lock is dismantling. Guys, dismantling Nigeria. Oh my gosh! Like, and he's just analyzing the whole game. Like, I keep forgetting his name. The guy with the goggles. I'm trying to remember him. Dude, Rayo. All right, Rayo. All right, I see you. Look, Rayo fans. I love Rayo too. Right? I've come to like him as of recently. Not saying I never did like him. Can we just go back? Hold on. Can we just go back to that widespread before we continue the video? That was insane. Rayo copied Chigiri in this panel. And you see the way, like, again, the disastrous 44 Panther Snipe. He copied all the way to the golden zone and used it. That was insane. Like, guys, I'm actually blown away at Rayo. Like, I'm scrolling down. That was absolutely insane. Like, I'm so serious. That was one of the and I see Chigiri like, all right, my guy, all right, that was crazy, guys. That was my favorite goal so far. Super Galazo Rayo Mikage. That just looked like the slice shot Hyomi Chigiri debuted during the new Eagles League. With the cutting middle shot from the 44 angle, Japan had jumped to 2-0. What the hell is this? Yikes, Japan is good. We're gonna lose. This is the wall of the world? It's fine. We were made for this by busting through walls like this. Onazi, we're connected by soccer. We're the world's strongest family. 12 years ago, Nigeria, Lagos, orphanage. Hey you, why haven't you tried to make any friends since you came here? Would you like to play soccer with us? It's no fun to just be alone. My parents got sick and died too. That's why the guys here are like my family now. We're all the same as you. Fine then, just keep living a lonely life. You're boring. Yeah, I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. Somebody who's not lonely doesn't say it while looking like that. I'm not though. I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. Whoa, huh? Huh? What's with you? You picking a fight, punk? Whoa, wait up. Oh, he's so good. What's your name? It's Onazi. Nice to meet you, Onazi. Oh my gosh, man. No! Oh no, I like Onazi. Oh my god. Man. Wow. Damn. That panel of him saying I'm not lonely. Yeah, this guys, this. Yeah, man. Big bonus 777. Oh, man. Dang, I like Onazi, man. That's fire, bro. That's so fire. We're your new family. Trust me, it's fine. I'm here. It's not fine. 今まで人生変えなければで Because right now in front of you, I'm here. Isagi, I'm about to scream. Isagi, oh my goodness, I'm here. I'm here! I'm here! We gotta go back. We gotta go back. Every time. We're your new family, trust me. He kept saying this, right? It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Because I'm here. He was in a way motivating his team, being the nucleus, the life of his team, the center of his team. It's not fine. It's not fine because I am here. As long as I'm here, you guys aren't gonna win. It's crazy. That's crazy. Wow, dude, that's so fire, dude. That's fire. This has been the showcase of Blue Lock. Really, it has. Not just Isagi, but it's been the showcase of Blue Lock. And guys, look at this. Can you guys see it? Look at that. The goosebumps, guys. Goosebumps. Really, really interesting backstory here. I know I haven't been talking a lot here too, but the backstory, right? But Blue Lock, along with the philosophy of not just the system here, but the series, franchise. Sad backstory doesn't just mean equate. That doesn't just equate to goals or fortune or good things. Fortune only shines on those who are willing to acknowledge it and grasp it. You know, that's how I feel. And I feel like, guys, if they can't even understand what this fortune is, if they can't even understand that it's okay, it's fine because I'm here, because we're together, no, 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 no. It's not playing as a team. No, no, no. Like, obviously play as a team. But you guys aren't understanding your guys' selves along with your ego. You guys are hiding behind yourselves with the team, right? Like, instead of trying to reflect on your own actions, your own plays that could impact the game, and really upon reflecting yourself, because in order to reflect on the game and the plays, you have to reflect on yourself, the ego. If you can't reflect on the self, you hide behind it using this mask called "it's fine," or the team. It's because I'm here. That's the problem with them. They're not that good. Like, they're not, I'm not even gonna say they're not that good, but they're not scoring because they don't know themselves. They never even had an identity to begin with in the beginning with their backstories, right? You know, and they were egoless. And the only person so far from what I've seen that's close, even possibly possible to reaching an ego-like status is Onazi. But honestly, I'm just curious because, again, this is the showcase of Blue Lock. Again, they're dominating. But I'm not against the wall yet. I'm not here to say that we've won the game yet. Okay, chapter 317, I've got this on lock. With 2 back-to-back goals, the young Japanese team is in the lead. With 10 minutes left in the first half, can Nigeria make a counterattack, or will Japan pull further ahead? Time to battle it out for the last 10 minutes of the first half. After all of this, it's quite clear to me, without a doubt, Blue Lock is the strongest team we've ever faced. And the source of the strength lies in the 3 guys along with the field's center line, Yoichi Isagi, Tabito Kurasu, and Oliver Aiku. These 3 have high soccer IQ and take a broader view of the game, as they calmly use their intellects and logic to analyze our tactics, then initiate switches between offense and defense to control the structure of the match. And on top of that unshaken foundation are their 2 spears of unfeathered imagination and explosive speed. Then there's the unpredictable destructive genius, the initiatives, artisans, and the cool-headed left-footer passer. Finally, at the back line are 2 contrasting elite defenders who couldn't be more unlike each other. Again, guys, their team comp is so solid right now. They kind of don't even need to switch. Kind of. But even then, guys, what I was going to say was with him analyzing the game so much, and with them possibly, again, this is only the first half, possibly pulling like a comeback here. I'm glad he's dissecting like the way that their teams are being like functioned here, because they can't break through no matter what. Say they break through the defense, they can't get through certain cracks because they have other teammates to cover that. And I'm talking about Blue Lock here, and it's hard for them to break through. And what's even more crazy is that they could possibly get eyes. I'm talking about Nigeria. Metavision? We just don't know. None of them have showcased any forms of ego yet, so that's maybe why they don't have any eyes so far. But the one holding together this hodge-proof of circus freaks is undeniably Yoichi Isagi. His skills are born from his brain and adaptability. Unless we can crush the ringleader, Nigeria can't win this. Holy crap, Onazi. Did you play soccer before? Dang. Nope, that was the first time. You must be a prodigy. Whoa, if we have Onazi, do you think we can go pro? Dream bigger. If we can win the World Cup, then maybe we can turn this life around and get rich. Obviously, Obo, then we can buy anything and go anywhere, like tasty food or pretty girls. I want to have a huge house. Come on, guys, it's not that simple. Just going pro is crazy hard. Huh? But we've got you, Onazi. Yeah, you're here, Onazi. Huh? That's right, it's fine. You're here. I feel like I can dream now. I'm sure you've been chosen by fate. You're our shining hope. I'm here? I'm here. Egoless. Egoless. Every single one of them. Except for Onazi, possibly. Egoless. 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 Their dreams, their ambitions, their backstory, all hope. All hope. All shining ambition, the shining hope. All good. But good doesn't matter here. We're trying to be the world's best, and you're trying to compete with us with egoless? Not no half-ass egos, but egoless? Oh, nah, y'all are getting destroyed, rightfully so. It's not because of their, like, guys, their dreams are noble, and I don't even want to say noble, but good, on the good side. But doesn't matter. Egoless. 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 U-20 African Cup champion. I'm here. Time to drive it home. Onazi's weapon is his overwhelming momentum due to his extraordinary heart and lungs. And above all, his natural jumping and flexibility that make mid-air plays possible. The greatest reason why Onazi is a striker is that his ability to shoot in mid-air effectively doubles his shot area. I'm surpassing you, Yuichi Sagi. Bring it on. Gin Gagamaru-sama, you're still just using your talent to fight. Acquire a goalkeeper's body by undergoing some special battle training. I see. Baseballs. I just realized that. Like, he's using a baseball machine? Like, if he can react to that speed, that is... Why didn't anybody think of that? Like, for all my goalkeepers out there, guys, do this. I'm serious. Like, do this. Are faster and smaller than soccer balls, so this will hone my reaction speed. I feel like my eyes and body are working at 1.5 times faster once I grab it and return to the middle. Not just my head. Learn it with my body. Go! Shining hope! Oh, nice shot. Its trajectory is tilting upwards, but my body's moving on its own. Actually, the ball's moving slower than baseballs. This puny shot can't slip past me. Oh, no! Onazi! That puny shot? His best shot was puny! By Gagamaru, his best shot under the perfect conditions. He needs ego. He needs ego. Onazi, Nigeria. Where y'all at with the ego? I am Japan's guardian deity. First half, I got this on lock. Over. Japan 2, Nigeria 0. Gagamaru with the save! Gagamaru with the ult! Ah! Oh my god! No! Oh my... Oh. The first half is done. And they did nothing. Oh my goodness, guys. Japan is dismantling them, like straight up, like just straight up picking them apart. But it narratively, like guys, narratively, it makes sense. If Nigeria doesn't do anything, I mean, again, it is a big, ginormous pill to swallow if, like, they don't discover the ego this match. Like, if they don't discover the ego in their own way, it's over. Like, Onazi being the champion in his country, how good were they? And it's like, even if they weren't that good, they had to have had some level of skill. We're going to go back real quick. Like, I'm going to go a little bit up here to Onazi's backstory here. We won't really go to... I mean, we'll go to a Gagamaru save here, but New Generation... Is Onazi a New Generation World 11? Guys, comment. Right now. Premiere. Right now. I'm relying on the Premiere here. Is he New Gen 11? Is he New Gen 11? It says New Generation. Is he a New Gen 11? And, like, guys... Look at this. Look at it. Like, look how good he looks here. Like, look how powerful he looks here. It's good because I'm here. Really good. More on the backstory of Onazi. I'm liking him so far. But guys, they're chosen by fate, guys. And then, guys, Onazi's best case scenario. The defenders weren't like. He had free range shot right here. His weapon, his ability to shoot in midair effectively doubles when he's in midair in that shot area. And he was wide open, and Gagamaru said, bring it on. Then we got the backstory. That is, like, guys, I'm speechless. Like, that was insane. That puny shot. Are you kidding me? Wow. That showcase on Gagamaru is insane. Like, his trajectory is still tilting upwards. The widespread is kind of cut here, guys, so I apologize. But look, my body's moving on its own. Actually, the ball's moving faster slowly than a baseball. This puny shot, he hits it and says, I'm Japanese guardian deity, or Japanese, Japan's guardian deity. The first half's over. I've got this on lock. They can't even get past Kagamaru. Like, even with the perfect case scenario. First half, it's over. Nigeria, what are y'all doing? They don't got the ego. Again, I've said this, guys. They don't got the ego. They got this far like that? Like that? Like that? Wow. Wow. They need to discover something fast. Like, this is very interesting, guys. First team and Blue Luck's winning really, really well. Like, they're in the lead. They're leading strong here. Before we get into the locker room, you know, obviously for the breakdown, I'm really theorizing and kind of thinking that they're going to discover something. They're either going to pull a tremendous comeback or they're going to get steamrolled and be the example. Who knows? If they have to, like again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong in the premiere right now or in the comments, they have to face off against France next, right? That is a huge difference. Like, if Loki's playing in that game, we go from a steamroll to Loki. They might lose that, guys. They might lose that. Japan's not winning every game. They're not winning every game. So, this could be the example. We don't know. But it's still not over yet. Like, there could be something that Nigeria is, like, I'm not going to say planning because everything they've planned has been destroyed and crushed. But I'm saying, like, there's going to be something that Nigeria's going to pull. It's going to be something. There's no way it's going to be a hat trick loss. No way. No, like, well, I'm not going to say hat trick, but there's no way it's going to be like a, there's no way, guys. There's no way. All right, guys, you guys ready? I mean, how do you guys feel? This is insane. Like, Bachira, Rayo showing off, along with all the defenders, and then at the finish, Kagamaru, we're going back in. Let's go. Chapter 318, yearning for victory. Blue Lock's Japan is so strong. They're overwhelming Nigeria in both offense and defense. The first half ends 2-0. All right, nice save, Kagamaru-san. So far, good game. Nice game. Nice game. Are you, Nico? You're doing great, but you went out a bit too far. Be mindful of the defense line in the second half, sure, but I'll go all out with my ball control. Likewise, I am ready for one-on-one battles. Well, we already got another point. Princess and Hiyori, you're too stuck on those cross passes. Try for your own goals. Shut up, Kurasu. Just watch for the second half. For real, you haven't shot either, Kurasu. I know, you dumbass. Hey, Bachido, how about your moves? Nobody's boasting. They're all just debating about what comes next. These boys are growing at an incredible rate. Things are looking good for the first match. We can win this. At this rate, there's no point in just winning. We just won't grow just by doing what we're good at. Let's try something new for the second half. Huh? Well, alright. Like what? We practiced it a bit. Like having nobody in the front and shooting from the second or third rows. If it works, we'll have more attack variations. It'll definitely be interesting to try, but it's too risky. I think shutting them out and claiming a solid victory would be its own experience. Then let's do both. Let's try something new, as we make sure we get 3 points. Well said, egoist. Earlier said than done, Isagi-kun. But if we're using experimental attacks, then we'll need to alter our defense accordingly. Right, so then let's adjust that too. I'll suggest it to Ego-san. You really think we can do it that suddenly? I'm in. Just winning doesn't feel good, so we'll destroy them in a new way. And I still haven't scored yet. Don't think I'll be satisfied just by rolling over and doing tricks for you. Right. Yeah, you egoist, aces. Not a bad point. Again, people can say Isagi's just chatting, but what's going to happen with France? I'm thinking in the future already. What's going to happen with France? You think we're just going to do what we want or just do what we're good at and we're going to grow like that? No. I'm waiting for Ego to come in. Yeah, Ego's coming in here. Hey, peep game, lock in. All I'm saying is, guys, Isagi ain't even wrong here. Like, for real. We've already shown our dominance, what we can do. And again, let's not underestimate him that much, but let's do both. Let's do both. Let's think about the future while already doing what we're good at in the current, right? In the present, let's do what we're good at, but for the future, let's also experiment at things that we can grow on so that way we can continuously still do good, but then still play at our normal rate. Again, if we just keep doing what we're good at, that's not going to be, that's not good. Like, again, we'll win this game, but how far will we get with that half-assed type of playstyle. Very nice way to think. Again, I like what, okay, and then ego's gonna come in here. But remember this, guys. Remember this for the future match or matches. Let's not continuously do what we're good at, because if we do, how far will we get? How far will we get? Truly, let's continuously try to get better while also doing what we're good at, right? That's good. Protecting our lead with a balanced approach would betray our philosophy. All of you keep aiming for your goals and use every last second for your evolution. That is Blue Lock. Here's the plan for the second half. It's no use. We can't win. At this rate, we're going to lose. What should we do in the second half? Tell us your thoughts, coach. Blue Lock isn't messing around. The talent to control the game's flow and score goals. That Yuichi Isagi is something else. Our usual methods are ineffective. Onazi isn't effective. This hasn't happened before. It's really bad. This is the world. Blue Lock is so damn cool. There are still amazing guys ahead of us here. Yuichi Isagi is here. Onazi, hey coach, you guys, what do you think makes Japan so strong? Huh? Well, they have a lot of attack patterns. All 11 are trying for their goals. Exactly. They're all living for their own goals. Why do you think people yearn to win? Have the thought about that. Huh? Well, because it feels good. Then why does it feel good? Because it's proof they are superior to others. Right. That's an instinct they've been carved into their genes. Individuals can survive by excelling above others. The stronger individual has a higher chance of producing offspring. Drawing out that survival instinct and creating the world's strongest individual is what Blue Lock is for. I want to beat Blue Lock. So why don't we try fighting like them? You mean trying to score our own goals? But we're not as skilled as you, Onazi. Who cares? If you guys just keep passing to me, we're gonna lose. So let's give it a shot, right, coach? If you say so, Onazi. It'll be a challenge to help us win. However, if all humans were to live solely by yearning to win and prove their superiority, it would create an endless strife, discrimination, and war. So to avoid that, humans create social systems of rules and laws and have evolved to treat all beings as fairly as possible. But, to put it another way, a tepid world in which people live without yearning for victory is what people call peace. That's why I keep appealing to your instinctual yearnings for victory, so that true ego within each of you won't be snuffed out by this tepid world. And that includes me. I gotta slow down real quick. We have gotten so much in this halftime. Onazi's trying to imitate Blue Lock, or Nigeria is trying to imitate Blue Lock. And just like what Ego-san said here, like with him talking with with Blue Lock here, excuse me, let's slow down here before we continue. Excuse me, because it's proof that they are superior to others. Why do people want to win? He wants to win. He's theorizing and trying to understand, excuse me, what makes them so strong. He's not being demoralized or sort of being demotivated by Japan's superiority to them, but rather he's being fascinated by what makes them so strong. What makes people want to win? What pushes them forward as people? Why do people yearn to win? Isagi's answer, because it's proven that's superior to others. Shido, kind of chiming in, the instinctive desires within their genes. Individuals can only survive by excelling above others. True. The stronger individual has the higher they have a chance of producing offspring, drawing out their survival instinct. And creating the world's strongest individual is what Blue Lock is for. And then he talks about how I want to beat Blue Lock. He's doing exactly what Ego is predicting, or sort of saying in a way, his speech. He wants to be the strongest individual, so that way his offspring can continue. If he can be the nucleus of the ego within his team can do good. It's not just a matter of wanting to win, guys, that makes them strong. It's the ego, or finding the self, right? Finding your central self within the game to want to win, right? Rather than just purely wanting to win and not knowing yourself, right? And then he says, in order to win, but he says, who cares? Keep passing to me. I'm gonna flip it around here. Who cares? If you guys just keep passing to me, we're gonna lose anyways. So let's give it a shot. And guys, look at his fingers here. The ego's coming off. I don't know, something, right? And then we get more about what Ego says. I'm gonna keep reading here, actually. However, if all humans were to live solely by yearning for their win to prove their superiority, it would create war and strife. So, like what I said, it's not just wanting to win, right? It's not just wanting to win by proving how good they are. It's wanting to win while simultaneously finding yourself, right? the ego, like what I've always said. To avoid that, humans create social systems and rules and laws and have evolved to treat all beings as fairly as possible. That's peace. Another way, they've created a lame world where nobody can get strong. That's peace. That's what Nigeria did. By creating a sole striker for their team and not yearning to be the best in their own possible way to 100% in their own way. Because again, who's going to perform better? Me helping one guy or two of us trying to be the best while simultaneously knowing ourselves, finding ourselves, pushing ourselves, right? There's no reflection there if you guys are always going to keep passing to one person. There's no reflection or there's no ego. There's no self there. There's nothing. There's no substance there. If you guys are going to keep passing to one guy, what am I? Who am I, right? There's no identity there. Keep in mind, guys, I keep saying his name wrong, but like Aiku, Nico, Anru, like all of these defenders here, even Gagamaru to a degree, like they're not solely strikers, sure, but they have the striker mentality. It's all mentality. They've all moved to their rightful position, sure, but it's because of the fact that they want to, it's because of the fact that they play for themselves. They want to win. Everybody here wants to win. Rin wants to win. Isagi wants to win. Nico wants to win. Chigiri wants to win. Rei wants to win. Bachira wants to win. Everybody here wants to win. But it's a matter of like they all know themselves. They're all trying to find themselves. They're all trying to push themselves to the utmost degree. And that's what makes them good. That's what makes Blue Lock, right? And if Nigeria can grasp this at the very last minute, they can make the match interesting. Maybe not win, but they can make it interesting, and that's what I'm here for. Let's go, Nigeria. Blue Lock is an experimental device for lifting its subjects out of their peaceful stupor, out into the light, and now yearn for victory, my lumps of talent. And I'll grant you a new formula. Soccer has this much power to entrance humanity. Kickoff. It's not just emulation, guys. It's not just emulation. It's all formulaic in a way, guys. And it's all, just as much as it is formulaic, it's systematic. Listen, guys, peep game, and lock in before we continue. Nigeria can grasp the Blue Lock formula, the Fnatic formula, I can't even say that right. The formulaic, systematic system that ego has created, or really egoism as a whole. Peep game and lock in before we continue. The fanaticism formula, that's the next chapter, right? Nigeria can grasp the key of egocentrism, or really just egoism as a whole, before the match ends. Do I think they're going to win? I don't know yet. But I do believe they'll score. They'll at least score once before losing. Or at least they might even catch up. Who knows? They might hat trick. Nigeria hat trick? I mean, that's crazy, right? It's crazy. Nigeria hat trick. But guys, it's not just the desire to want to win. That was probably the most thought-provoking chapter of this, the halftime chapter, right? This match could end in 2 chapters. I don't know yet. I'm just theorizing, right? But listen, aside from my theories of like, oh, Onazi hat trick, right? Let's listen real quick, right? Let's talk about this. It's not just wanting to win through a team. Really, it's everybody going at 100% to be the best in their own way while finding themselves and knowing themselves throughout the match. That's how you win. That is how you be the best as a team, but as a striker too. Right? So to see the lack of ego in Nigeria, it's why they're losing, guys. It's why they're losing. They want to win because of the backstory that they had, the background they came from, and that's all good. But if you're not playing to be the best in your own way, even if that means you being a center midfield, even if that means you being a defender, like you're not solely being a striker, not just trying to score or whatever, but you just want to win by passing the ball to somebody who's better than you. You guys are not going to make it to the end. You guys aren't. You guys just aren't. We've all read Blue Lock long enough. We've all watched it long enough. I'm here, guys. Right? I'm here. I'm here right now, almost 320 chapters in, to say one thing. If you don't know yourself, if you're not pushing yourself to be the best in your own way, then you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. Every loss throughout all of Blue Lock is because of that. It's never broke that formula. It's never broke that formula. And now we're about to see another formula here in 319. This match is very interesting because not only is it showcasing the new Blue Lock, right? The new Blue Lock. What has these Blue Lockers been learning? What have they gained pre-U-20? Because again, all of the messages of recipes for their evolution has been different, right? Remember Reens to reflect on himself, his ego, because I in my personal opinion, I felt like Reens' ego just wasn't that good, and I'll explain that later. It's the same with Hiyori. It's the same with Chigiri. It's the same with Reo. It's the same with Anru. It's the same with Gagamaru. It's the same with Bachira. It's the same with Isagi. It's the same with all these characters. The new recipe that they've had is another step for them to be the best in their own way, but to win as a team. If everybody's going at 100%, are they going to win? Yes. But if I'm going at 50%, 60%, 100%, not beyond 100, 100%, trying to make somebody score, you guys aren't going to win. Here we go, guys, with a new formula. Chapter 319, the fanaticism formula. Do you know why soccer has this much power to entrance humanity? Regardless of birth or wealth, with just a ball, anyone in the world can freely take the field. There's no denying that this is connected to the sport's massive popularity, but its essence is even more primitive. The origin of all sports lies in hunting. As recorded of the prehistoric paintings found in the caves, people tested their combat skills in martial arts and competed and displayed the physical abilities needed for chasing prey, as well as throwing stones or spears. At the roots, all of the sporting originates in the act of acquiring prey. In other words, acquiring prey fills in empty stomachs. Sports originate from the basic acts of creatures trying to live. That's why people's hearts are so entranced by sports. Smash it in. That is my point, guys. Through the act of hunting, that instinctual instinct, you're fighting for yourself. You're fighting for yourself, but it's in the acts of humanity. So you're not essentially being selfish. But if you're not hunting for yourself, you're selfless. You're not fighting for anyone. There's no stakes to your play. So therefore, there's no ego. There's no self. Boom! Nigeria counterattack. Nice oboe. Let's go. Not passing to Onazi. I'm getting a goal myself. Trying something new? That ain't gonna work, dumbass. Well, damn it, I can't do it. You try next. Alright, Bello, nice work. He's coming alone. Okay, on it. We can be egotistical too, Blue Lock. And in the sport known as soccer, players form teams. Now, box them in and exchange intentions. Then chase down their prey. What? And finish it off. You can call it a variant of a group hunting. So what's the position of striker? One who fiercely leads the charge and slips past the enemy's eyes to land the fatal strike against their massive prey. And that's why the creatures known as strikers are heroes we instinctually yearn for. Not bad, Japan. The ace passes now? Didn't see that coming. He passed rather than taking the shot. He passed rather than taking the shot. Here we go. He passed rather than taking the shot. Onazi, do it. Kuso. In other words, the world's greatest striker must be the world's greatest hunter. You don't have enough goal lust. Too tepid. Cornrow nerd. What? So the simple act of kicking the ball around lets humans feel the primal sense of creatures trying to live, and their instincts are utterly entranced. This is soccer's fanaticism formula. Let's test it, Reen. You're on, Isagi. your dream of being the world's best. Prove that you're the heroes. Oh, that was such a good chapter too. Blue Lock with just the... Oh my god, I almost fell. Blue Lock with the amazing back-to-back chapters. This is the greatest video. Wait, this is the greatest vlog video I made. Nah, I'm just playing, but nah, it might be though. The fanaticism formula, very, 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 very interesting. Notice that, guys. Rin passed a couple times. Isagi's passed a couple times. They passed rather than taking the shot in the crucial moment for the hunt. When strikers pass, they're just playing soccer. But when they pass at the crucial moment to score, the crucial moment, Onazi could have. He was midair. Was he midair? Onazi was midair. That was his shot. Double increase. He could have. He could have. And I saw some ego there. I saw some ego there. I saw the hunter there. He could have scored. He could have scored. He could have scored, guys. He could have scored. Onazi could have scored. Onazi could have scored. But he passed rather than taking the shot. Guys, I got to go back to the widespread here. The widespread here of Onazi taking the shot with the hunter behind him and the mammoth. Again, big beast to conquer while small little hunter here. Again, but there's ego there. There's something there. There's something Onazi tried to do, but he folded under pressure. And he doesn't have the lust to be a striker. It's not there. And again, Ego's commentary this chapter was big. This reveals a lot of things. This isn't just feats and plays, guys. This is real, this is real dialogue here. Again, I have to read this. I'm gonna flip the screen around and I'm gonna show you guys something that's again, we might even go through the whole chapter here. Right, chapter 319. We're probably gonna break down the whole chapter here. So peep game, lock in. Stay locked with me, guys. Do you know why soccer has this much power to entrance humanity? We're just going to skip really fast. With just a ball, regardless of birth or wealth, anyone is can freely take the field, regardless of backstory, importance, anything. Anyone can do this. There's no denying that this is connected to the sport's massive popularity, but essence, it's more primitive. The origin of all sports lies in hunting. Basketball, scoring, football, touchdown, soccer, scoring. Right, same thing. As recorded as prehistoric paintings in caves, people are tested through their combative skills in martial arts and competed to display physical abilities needed for chasing their prey, as well as throwing stones and spears. At their roots, all sports originate in the act of acquiring a prey. Prey can be a goal, guys, not just a goal, like kick a ball in the net goal, but a dream, an ambition. That all starts with acquiring a prey, acquiring a goal, acquiring an ambition, acquiring a dream, right? In other words, acquiring prey that fills their empty stomachs. Sports originates from the basic acts of creatures trying to live. Not just existing, right? Existing through passing and not having a sense of self, not having a goal in mind, a dream, but a prey, an ambition, an ego, a sense of self, something I've always talked about, guys, right? That's why people's hearts are so entranced by sports. And hence why they're trying so desperately to imitate the prey. They don't even have a prey, right? Think about it, guys, right? Down to its root, they're trying to copy the Blue Lock formula, but they're not even hunters to begin with. They don't even have a base yet. And Onazi's the closest one to reaching the ego, but he's just not there. He's just not there because he folded. Them losing here makes sense. This is so fascinating, guys. Blue Lock has decided. Blue Lock has decided. Right? Hold on, guys. Hold on. Hold up, guys. I'm back. Some of my Blue Lock mangas on my bed over there. But guys, I have 3 of the books here, right? Look at that. Look at that. I have 3 of the books here, right? But man, Yusuke Nomura and Kaneshiro Muneyuki. Kaneshiro and Yusuke, I see what you guys are doing. First match, and you guys are making an example. I like that. I really, really like that. Even if they score, or even if they get a hat trick and tie it, or I mean, it's not a hat trick because it's 2-0 right now, my bad. Even if they get like a hat trick or whatever the case may be, they're in the lead or whatever, they're not going to win. And I know why. Because they don't even have a base yet. Do I think they can even find a base this match? It's too late for them. Maybe they'll find it throughout the U-20's arc here, but not against Blue Lock. You got to take a couple losses and wins. I'd say a lot of losses before you guys can even come close to imitating this. It's not close. It's not close. And the art was phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. Did you guys see that mammoth in the Onazi art there? Like the hunter? Their reality is bigger than their false hunt. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Wow. Wow. All right, guys. We have 2 more chapters left. 2 more. And then we'll be completely caught up, guys. 2 more. That was crazy. Yeah, as of now, we only have 2 more chapters. And we'll finally be caught up, guys. This is what you guys wanted, and I'm bringing it here for you guys. Wow. You guys ready? Hey, you guys know what to do with the like button with this one. You guys know what to do with the comments on this one. I'm gonna need to see, how deep am I right now with y'all, premiere-wise? How much of y'all are in here? I can't really see. But hey, if you're here, let me know. Say I'm here, or whatever, or say whatever. I love you guys. 2 more chapters. Hero or death. Again, I can already tell before reading this. Find the base, then the ego can form there. You have to have a goal in mind. You have to figure yourself out. Because if you don't, you'll lose. Come on, Nigeria. What are y'all gonna do? I want to see some fighting, y'all, before y'all go down and get hunted to death. I want to see you guys. I see you guys though, but I want to see you guys more. All right, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Chapter 320, Hero or Death. Okay, we'll change up our tactics in the second half and test out a new pattern. When it comes time to counter, we won't build up with everyone like before. Instead, it'll center on Reen and I for passing back and forth, and we'll tear right up the center. While everyone else is free to try for their own goals. It's our variable no-top system. What the hell is this style? The double aces are building up. What are they going to counter by themselves 30 days ago? Empty your mind, visualize the void. Empty, void, empty, empty. Howdy, I'm number 1, so tepid. There they are, you bastards. Your worthless impudence. Calm down, control. Release your fixations. You must find your true essential mind. Damn it. Release them, screw that, it's impossible. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am now. My true essential mind is wanting to destroy Isagi and Sai. But the ego I uncovered behind that impulse was I want to score goals while destroying myself. Anything that interferes with that is just impudent. Time for another point. That's it, my lumps of talent. I've said this before, and, taking a little bit of a break between this chapter and the previous chapter, I went to go get some lunch, guys. I wanted to talk about that, right? I feel as if, again, I said earlier in the video, if you guys were watching, but I'm going to say it now that we're here. I never really disliked Reen's ego, but I was never the biggest fan of it. I thought it was like the other side of Isagi, where like if all he wanted was for victory and to win, then Reen went to destroy people and to, through that hyper competitive like nature and get better through that. Still wanting to win, but rather destroy people. And I always thought to myself, that type of mindset it just doesn't doesn't move me. I think it's very interesting because not everyone thinks like him, but I it's just not there. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am now. You know how like self-reliant that sounds? Like, it's not a bad thing, by the way. Like, truly, guys, even from a realistic standpoint, that's not bad to have people that you aim for, strive for, having that goal, like I said earlier, having that sense of self. But my true essential mind is wanting to destroy Isagi and Sai. But my ego I uncovered behind that impulse. Remember, the impulse is what fueled his ego, but what's behind, or really it fueled his desires. Not really his ego yet, but his desires, right? You can want something and still be empty inside, the void, right? Because remember, guys, the ego is the self. the you, right? Behind the mask, you know? Was I want to score goals while destroying myself. Anything that interferes with that is just impudent, you know, right? Like that. He's reaching that Isagi mindset. He is, you know. Isagi has, in my opinion, the best mindset in the series, like in the franchise. That doesn't mean he's the best, okay? That doesn't mean he's the best, but I like his mindset the most. This is the only reason why I like Isagi the most, right? To humanity's instinct, soccer is a form of hunting, and strikers are the heroes who strike down their prey. That is an absolute truth. Damn it. In other words, within the world's greatest hunting grounds, the ones with the most suitable abilities and mental fortitude can become the world's greatest striker. Therefore, you must test your egos to see if you can reach that level of heroism. They're still coming. Nice one, Onazi. If we don't get the ball, they're not going to stop. Brother, rival, world's best. Those labels assigned by someone else are just impudence. Purify my desire. Remove the limiters on my urge to destroy. That state can be a sudden rampage. Make it my default setting. Here it comes, wild beast. I don't need my tongue hanging out to go into beast mode. They're cooperating in the build-up. But now he's going off on his own? Oh no, Reen here. But this is what I'm talking about. Reen's urge to win. This is it. This is the new Reen. Wait, of all of them that are trying for goals, who am I to stop? I see you. An incredible pinpoint pass. As I thought, it's the double aces breakthrough. I know you're coming, Reen. But the ball's trajectory is headed here. I'm on the track to reach it a moment before him. It's all according to plan. Isagi, if you use your logic to turn yourself into a tool for victory. Oh no, it's a widespread. Ah. But again, like, this is what I'm talking about. If he it's the urge to win. Reen, come on. No, Isagi predicted this, but he's on him.
Brand new chain, I just got brand new car. Bitch, you gon' kick it with lanes. I don't think you see who we are. All of my rest to this side of the bed. I seen that kick go, I poke it so sad. I don't give a fuck what you got, what you had. I can see in the car and I'm here by the crash. We hit it straight to the top. Your wife is gon' give me some top. I told her keep going, don't stop. Put your pocket and walk. I can't sip and drop. With a person I never drop. I'm a little addicted to hits. Y'all just addicted to clout. I made it out on how. She feeling on my phone on how. They don't understand what I'm saying, but I told them to listen and figure it out. I've been doing this shit for a while. I don't know, maybe whatever I got. I know I be chillin' with God. I know red light and live on the eye. I make me hit every time it's a lie. You wanna be gonna set me alive. I got that crying out switching inside.
And I'll give myself over to pleasure and sell my soul to adrenaline. You've reached it, greatest machine. The will to live as a hero with no fear of death. You freak, hero of death is added. I've cleared my impudence and awoken my essence. Oh my god, Reed! Alright, Reed! Sell myself for victory, sell myself for essence! Oh my gosh! Wait, guys, wait! The ring with the goal! Okay, ring. Alright, you got the goal, but it's our turn! Wait! I sell my soul to victory, Isagi during the Bastard Muhin game. I'll sell myself to adrenaline, to the pressure. Again, he had Predator Eye out, not Destroyer Eye, but it was different. And Isagi didn't predict that. Yeah, Isagi didn't predict that. That's crazy. And even Ego said at the bottom, like, you've reached it. Guys, I gotta go back. Like not even to the whole chapter here. We'll just go back to what I was saying earlier. Like right here, for example. Empty your mind, visualize the void. Empty. Glass water, within the water, within like the glass cup of water, it's his brother and Isagi here. Those bastards. He gets angry and he reflects on himself, saying that you must find your true essential mind. Release your fixations. Stop being so fixated on people. Like, you need these people to play good. You guys understand that? You know what's really ironic? And this is something I want to say with the entire screen turned around. If Isagi needs people to play at his best, a systematic striker, right? In a way, manipulating people at their best, being a talented learner, Reen is good on his own, being a individual striker, but he depends on other people in his mind. Like, his ego is so, in my opinion, not saying it's factual, his ego is so kind of lame in my opinion that he needs other people fixated. Like, he needs to fixate on other people to play at his best. If Isagi and Rin didn't exist, or if Isagi and Sai didn't exist, would Rin be that good? Like, really think about that, guys. Seriously think about that. People would argue yes, because of obviously pre-U-20 and Selection 1, Selection 2, he was good, but that's because of his brother. If his brother and Isagi did not exist, would Rin be as good? If the team or people who weren't, geniuses on the field there, would Isagi be that good? They're both reliant, just in different ways, and that's what makes them aces. But what's interesting is that this was the showcase or the goal for Rin, and I'm glad that he reflected on himself, his ego, his what's it called? His mindset, really, his playstyle. Of all the training, this is what I wanted, and to see him meditate in the last chapter, like for that to be like reflect his ego and stuff like that, I wanted that. I just didn't say it. I mean, no, I did say it, but I didn't say it that specifically, in that way. And to see him do that, I like and can appreciate Rin more. I do. I actually like Rin more. And don't get me wrong, Rin was always cool. Always that fire character, like 100%, always the soul of the whole team. But he doesn't win. Didn't win U-20. Won the hat tricks, scored those hat tricks and won the NEL. Lost the big game against Isagi. He sold the game during the Bastion Muhin game because of himself. That is a problem, Depends, though, because, this reminds me of, the earlier chapters of Blue Lock, where Ego always talked about goals. Goals, goals, goals. That's what matters as a striker, 100%. Rin could be the best striker and get all the goals. He'll never be better than other characters, and he'll never win. That's not good. It's good, but that's not good, And I feel like, again, this is what makes Isagi and Rin so interesting. If Isagi controls the field, gets inspired, inspires others, right? But also gets better through geniuses, multiple different people on the field, then Rin gets inspired, by his impulses, right? By the ideas or the people inside of his head, right? It's the same way. They're both reliant on people, right? They're both competitive in that nature, and they're both egotistical and just in different ways. They both have strong senses of self. And that's one of the reasons why I've always liked Rin and Isagi, personally. Their dynamics was very, very, I know I always see people in the community debate between which is better, and both are better than each other in multiple ways. But really, I can think of one, right? And really, I think Rin is just better at Isagi than... or he's better than Isagi in a lot of scoring scenarios, a lot of individualistic scenarios. But Rin sometimes gets shut down by smaller characters or can't win because of himself or the mindset that he has. Compared to Isagi, where he's able to make game-changing moments and plays due to different geniuses on the field because of his mindset. He just gets shut down sometimes individually. You guys understand? So that's what makes them both very fascinating, is that they were competing here in Rin 1 because even his Predator Eye here, it wasn't his Destroyer Eye, And he had his, again, this was a hybrid Rin here. Imagine, guys, Rin, and I'm going to go down here real quick. Rin had the Destroyer Ego, right? You guys see my mouse, but he had, let me scroll down here, right? I'm going to keep scrolling. The Predator Eye here, right? That's what's fascinating. It's what he said at the bottom. He said at the bottom, then I'll just give myself over to pleasure and sell my soul to adrenaline. To sell my soul on not victory, like what Isagi said, but to sell my soul to my instincts, to my flow, to my ego. That is such an interesting dynamic with Isagi. I like this new Rin, guys. I mess with bro so hard now. You know what I'm saying? I never said I didn't. But this right here, if people are narratively understanding what I'm saying right now, before we start the last chapter, I like this. I like this. And if we see this type of Rin moving forward, he's going to be a monster, man. He's going to be disgusting. I'm telling you guys, man. Oh, man, this is, girl, we got one more chapter. No, guys, one more will be caught up. Are you guys ready for the last one? Hope you guys are ready. I wanted to make this as talk heavy as possible because in my previous one, I feel like I didn't talk that much. Last one. I'll give it up to Reen. I'll give it up to Reen. I'll give it up to Reen. I see everyone celebrating. Here we go. Let's go, guys. Last chapter. Chapter 321. Insatiable. Super. Whoa! Using Yuichi Isagi's back. No borrowing his back. The two fit together like two cogs. To unleash an explosive shining gear shot. Rini Toshi's goal brings Japan up to a lead of 3-0. Was that what you were planning, you wild beast? I'm just keeping an eye on you, Logic Demon. When Bun had moved over to block us, you would have just used your 2-gun to get around him and scored if I had done nothing. So I needed to swipe it all away before then. And that's when I was inspired to make that shot. I will transcend you by fully devoting these impulses to scoring goals. Then when that shitty big brother joins his Japanese team, I'll be a striker who can utterly negate his existence. Good, keep it up. The more you transcend your imagination, the more I'll use it to get stronger. Can't let these two have all the fun. Next one is gonna be mine. Yeah, it's mine. Yes, 3-0, we've got this. The first match of our tournament is tough, but they're all doing so well. Their offense is perfect. The way that they're scoring is perfect. Even their way of finding new patterns is perfect. Thanks to his talent and mental fortitude, Rini Toshi is a natural-born striker who fulfills the conditions needed for a hero. His natural talents are undeniable. But there's more than one path to herohood, and we'll keep pushing all of them to yearn for that limelight. That's how Blue Lock's spell will draw out their talents, don't forget it. Right, just 15 more minutes. There's no way we can get 3 points. Japan is crazy good. But you guys, isn't this fun as hell? Well, all of us trying to score our own egotistical goals is something I've never felt before. Yeah, it's not like we're relying on Onazi this way. It's new and exciting, right? It'll be hard for us to win at this point, but let's get at least 1 point. If we can score 1 point, I feel like something can change for us. Yeah, we can change. We will change. Give it up. It's pointless. Huh? You're just like kids who saw a movie and got temporarily worked up. You feel inspired by the movie's characters. Inside, you want to try living like that. You think you can come up with the idea, but you're only passively taking in the most convenient parts of it. It's nothing but an instant ego that you'd forget by the next day, after leaving the movie theater. That's not enough to change anyone. What did you say? What do you know about us? You're using words like we and us. We can change. What do you know about us? By turning this into the group's problem, you're avoiding the essential discomfort of what's happening. It's just mass psychology that passes the buck and lets you stop thinking about it. I'm not saying this all to you as a group. I'm saying this to each of you individually. Empty out your heads and consider this again for yourselves. What do you feel as you fight against Blue Lock? Frustration. I don't want it to end like this. But I feel like as I am now, I'll never win against Blue Lock. Onazi. Yeah, that's good. Do you want to make memories with your friends? No. Or maybe you want the title of Nigeria's hero? No. I want to be the best striker in the world. Right. Then come crush me and change your life, egoist. You're the real deal, Yuichi Isagi. That burning, insutable ego of yours. Where does it come from?
Which is why you have to be the one to change yourself when the world around you isn't following your plan. The only way to fix it is to fix you! To become the best in the world! I'll be reborn again as many times as it takes! Still what I'm saying, but I told them to listen and figure it out. Yeah, I've been doing this shit for a while. I don't know, man, do whatever I got. I know I be chillin' with God. I've been wet like they live on a yacht. I make it hit every time it's a lie. Your wife is gonna suck me alive. I brought that car and I'm switching that side. Fall it down, bitch, I'm not the west side. I'm in a big boy trunk. They got big boy rats. They got big boy diamonds.
Curiosity in myself. 44 days ago. Yuichi Isagi's ego transformed. Oh my god! Isagi! What the what? Hold on! Hold on! Wait! Wow. I was right! Guys, pre-chapter, I said all this. Did I not? I'm the only one that understands this series. I'm the only one. I'm about to get, I've been waiting to get to this. I'm the only one that understands this series. Guys, I'm the only one. Peep game. Peep game and lock game. We're about to break down this whole chapter right here. We're about to break down this chapter right here. Starting off here, like right here. Isn't this fun, right? Isn't this fun? We're all trying for our own egotistical goals. It's new and exciting. If we can score a point, I feel like something in us can change. Some of the characters were hyped about it, but look, peep game, right? Two of the characters I was talking about, I think his name is Kuso. Yeah, Kuso right here. Kuso and Onazi were not hyped. That's how I can tell they're going to get ego, right? Peep game then, right? Give it up, it's pointless. Isagi's talking trash here. But he's not. You guys understand? I'm gonna flip it around. Isagi is not just talking smack, okay? He's not just talking smack. You guys have to understand, in this game, Isagi is not only experimenting with different playstyles, right? Or not just him, but the team. Like, he collectively decided, like, he said himself in the locker room, hey guys, even though we're doing good, this is not gonna fly in France. This ain't gonna fly. Like, we all doing good, but this is not gonna fly. So why don't we try some new things while we're also doing good? That's what they were doing. Which produced Reen's goal, by the way. Just saying, right? To a degree. But then, right? Isagi starts talking trash, but he's lecturing them. He's talking to them about how they can be better. This isn't just trash talk, guys. This is not just trash talk. And this makes sense coming from him, because no other character on that team on Blue Lock thinks like this. Not a single, like, they all think like this in their own way, but they would not word it like this. You guys understand what I'm saying? Isagi was one of the first people, aside from Bachira in the series, to think like this. This is why it's suiting coming from him. You guys understand? I'm talking emotional here because I got spoiled, guys, a little bit on this chapter about how Isagi was talking trash to them. I didn't know how or why. And a lot of people on the internet have been saying, and you can post this anywhere, I don't care, put this on TikTok, Twitter, I'm leaving this in the video. For all the people saying that Isagi's thing wasn't justified, it is! Not only are they experimenting against a team that isn't that good mentally, right? They're not even that good mentally, right? And Isagi's controlling the game or whatever. This speech would not fit right with any other character but him. He's coaching them to be better. Reen would not sound good talking like this. No other character would talk because they wouldn't word it like this. Isagi is the first and only person to think like this specifically, very minutely specifically. But every Blue Lock character embodies the mindset of what Isagi's saying. But nobody would word it like this. Nobody would even try to help them because they don't have to. Like, the Blue Lockers don't have to. You guys know that trope in an anime, in a manga, in a TV show, more specifically anime and manga, where an opponent is so bad, and usually the main character is good, or maybe the main character is the one that's doing bad in the fight, or confrontation, or whatever, or clash, and the other character's giving them lectures to be better. This is exactly what's happening. This is exactly what's happening. I'm gonna flip it back around here. You feel inspired by the movie's characters and decide you want to try living like that. You think you can come up with the idea, but you're passively taking on most of the convenient parts. You think you guys can do... This is a cheap imitation. And you guys are just going to forget about it the next day, which is exactly what Isagi said after leaving the movie theater. That's not enough to change anyone. That's not enough to inspire an audience, and that's not enough to change yourself. And as if they get mad, you're using words like we and us. We can change. Think about us. There's no individuality. I said this earlier in the video. Guys. By turning into this group's problem, you avoid the essential discomfort of what's happening. Exactly. It's just mass psychology that passes buck and lets you stop thinking about it. I'm not just saying this as a group, but individually. Empty your heads and consider for yourselves again, what do you feel? Because that's where it starts, when you find yourself. Your objective, your goal, your desire, then you find yourself by doing so. You guys understand? And then Onazi's the first person to answer saying, frustration, I feel as if now I'll never win. And he finally voices how he feels. This is the real Onazi coming back, like ever since he was a kid, right? Like the real one coming back. Yeah, and that's good. So what do you want? Do you want to make memories with your friends? No. Do you want to, maybe Nigeria's hero, you know, like the 6-0 streak that he had in the newspapers? No. I want to be the best in the world. I want to be the best. Come on, guys. And then crush me and change your life, egoist. You're the real deal, Isagi. This would not hit if it was any other character. So all these I'm getting so angry. I'm getting so angry. For all these content creators saying like, why is Isagi talking trash? Whatever. None of these characters who scored it just wouldn't make sense. And I'll tell you why. Because one, especially with the embodiment of the ego or the sense of self, these characters developed it over time. Isagi has always had that in him. The first character to technically even show this was Bachira. So if Bachira was saying this, I actually wouldn't be mad to a degree. In Isagi, Rin and all these other late characters who discovered their ego or found them sense of self later, or embodied the mindset of this later, what better person to coach, be the hero, and on top of that was controlling the game than Isagi? So stop oh my gosh. I had to, guys, listen, I'm gonna calm down. I fell for the rage bait, right? I'm saying all this with such extreme emotion because there's so many people, from what I've seen at the time that I'm recording this video on the 21st of October, I've been seeing a lot of people talk down on Isagi. I don't understand why. This happens with every character, though, so it's not just Isagi, but it's usually going to be every character. And I'll talk about the fan base. I'll talk about some things later in the discussion, because, again, I talked about it briefly in my previous video, so I'm going to calm down now. I just had to vent very loudly, right? But Onazi's words as he gets the ball, you're the real deal. That burning, insatiable ego of yours, where does it come from? Even when they're winning, you know what's really funny? Even when they're winning and everyone feels like they're going to win and they're trying, but to a degree they feel confident they're going to win, Isagi is still like frustrated. Like, it's not even just because he didn't score, but I wouldn't even say it's frustration, but it's that hunger. He still wants to try to win even though they're already winning. Like, no other character in the series thinks like this. This is genuinely gluttony to its maximum. Of the 7 deadly sins, this is like greed and gluttony to the max. But that's what it takes to be the best. Truly, that's what it is. And again, Rin scoring over Isagi in the previous chapter makes sense after him finding himself. This match was about each character being displayed. I'm going to talk about this really quickly before I talk about the overall chapter. Guys, I've been seeing a lot of slander. I've been seeing a lot of jokes and flames on Isagi. As much as I've been defending Isagi, and whatever the case may be, and people are going to say I'm like an Isagi fan to the max, I like every character in Blue Lock. There's not a single character in Blue Lock I don't like. I like every character, okay? So I don't really get why people say that like they hate certain characters. I may hate some of the things that they do, but I don't hate any of these characters. They're very nuanced and interesting. It takes a lot for me to hate a character, I guess, like a lot. But anyways, I've been seeing a lot of slander on Isagi, and the one thing I want to say to combat all of that is if Isagi, like again, I understand one side of the argument. I'll explain, right? One side of the argument is Isagi is the Demon King, #1, hero of Blue Lock. This is his debut game. He hasn't scored a single goal. That is a valid criticism. However, to say that he's bad, or to say that he's a center mid, or to say that all this other types of slander and stuff, have you guys not read the previous 10 chapters before when they were when Ego, mailed them about the key to victory and egos and stuff like that? Every character in this game is playing differently. Every character in this game is playing differently. All the Blue Lockers are playing differently. Still the same, but they're trying out new things. Same with Isagi. You guys have to understand, if Isagi scored a hat trick right now, would it be cool? Yes. Would people be mad? Yes. Isagi doesn't score, and every single teammate gets their shine, their development, even the other team. All of a sudden, Isagi's a bad character, or a bad striker, or he's a center mid. You guys don't understand how story works? This isn't just the Isagi manga, the Rin manga. This is Blue Lock. Like, what are we talking about? For every single person out here who's like slandering Isagi or slandering all these other characters that's not getting screen time, Baro Shido, it's called story. Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know how boring that would be? You know how boring that would be? Like, that's just, it makes no sense to me. And like any other person who's pushing like this extreme agenda, I say to you, it's all these content creators who are pushing these weird agendas towards characters. Read the series again. Read it again. Because you know what's crazy, guys? You know what's crazy? I didn't read any of this. in the go back to the very intro of this video, like when I started recording this video. Go back. Did I not call everything in this chapter? Do you don't want to know why I called everything in this video? Because I understand stories. I know how to, it's almost like I know how to write a story. I didn't predict Isagi getting a hat trick. I didn't predict Rin getting a hat trick. I predicted each character getting their showcase, their abilities. I even in some way predicted the Nigeria on why they're failing. And I was right! I even predicted low-key Isagi teaching them. I was right! Trust me, guys! Like, that's why, and again, I'm getting very emotional about this because it really bothers me, guys. And I know I'm kind of distracting you guys away from the central discussion. We'll get into the discussion, right? This is part of the discussion. But it bothers me whenever I see these people who are reading this manga weekly. That's right, guys. All the time. As a YouTuber, I see the agendas. I'm not stupid, okay? I see the agendas online or whatever. I've been in the social media space for a while. And it's just so dumb. Like, all these, and I know these buzzwords, right? The fraud watch, I don't know, merchant, all this stuff. It's just loser words. Like, it was funny for a bit, guys, especially with JJK, like the Jujutsu Kaisen back in 2023 when that was happening. That's right, I was there. I was making videos then. Still, it's just annoying. Like, all these people, all these content creators, like whatever, making these garbage ass, like, these garbage, watch my language, sorry guys. Yeah, all these garbage takes. It's just like, just read the series. Just understand it. Are we serious? Like, 44 days ago, Yuichi Isagi's ego transformed. It's different. It's different. And the last thing Onazi said, you're the real deal, the burning insatiable ego of yours, where did it come from? Curiosity in myself. And another thing I want to go into that this has to do with the fan base and to all the haters for Blue Lock. To anybody who thinks that this manga is just about action and scoring, you're dumb. No offense, right? I'm not trying to be rude here, right? But I'm just saying, guys, this is a very deep-rooted philosophical manga about not just competitive nature, but how people can handle like different perspectives and stuff, right? And it's not just like in sports. I mean, more specifically, yes, it is about sports, but it's about how knowing yourself, finding yourself, resetting yourself, the self, that's what the ego is. It's not just being selfish. Egotistical is a buzzword. I wouldn't say it's a buzzword, but it kind of is. It's like a word that people use to describe just being selfish, when that's not the case, guys. Having an ego is having a sense of self. What's behind the mask? The mask is what you present to other people, to what you present to yourself in the mirror, to how you act, how you switch up the way that you act, how you talk, how your mannerisms, everything. The ego is what's behind that. The true self, how you actually are, what you actually think, how you actually operate, how you actually perceive other people, how you perceive yourself. It's deeper than that. And when when your self clashes with somebody else, whose self is stronger, right? In this competitive, like, shonen sports manga. Not just whose self is better, but whose self will persevere over the other self, even if one self is still better. You guys know? So, I just want this Blue Lock video, now that I'm finally caught up with the manga, obviously there's going to be some chapters coming out after this video, I want to voice this strong opinion that I have, that Blue Lock is deeper than what it is. Read the series, okay? Stop pushing these stupid agendas, please. Understand the characters, and understand that from now on, when it comes to these Blue Lock videos, I'm probably still going to call things. Because I know how stories are, okay? It's my ego here, right? Like, god dang. Gosh, I just had to get that off my chest, guys. I'm so serious. I've never been this emotional in a video. I try not to. But it pisses me off, guys, and it's so annoying that, like, people with these stupid, nonsensical agendas make no damn sense and don't understand their series. And it's the exact reason why most of their theories or takes or opinions are just wrong, or they never come into fruition. But I rest my case. I'll leave the premiere and I'll leave the discussions for this stretch of the discussion. I apologize for being a little bit too emotional here. I'm trying to remain my composure. But let's talk about the whole video. I'm not going to flip my camera around. I'm instead just going to talk to you guys. Maybe I'll put some panels on screen as I talk, but I probably won't. It just depends. Starting off, Nagi. Nagi. We get him. He comes back. It roundabouts his character. Excuse me, even him running past security and going to Bachira, it's that fire. It's that fire, right? Kira possibly coming back, which is just crazy in itself. Like, if he comes back, guys, I mean, it'd be crazy. It'd be so funny, but it would make sense. And then Sai being part of the Bachira 3 as well. We get more training, more character development of the other characters, right? More tidbits into who they are. Excuse me, I keep burping. And how they're going to play moving forward with this match. Again, the U-20 is experimental. Same as the NEL when it first happened. These characters were playing different. They were playing the same, how they always were playing, but they were playing different. You know, they were trying out new things. And remember, let's not forget, because we as the Blue Hawk community, not including me, because I'm not a part of those guys. Anyways, keep forgetting what's in our manga, but let's not forget about less than 10 chapters ago when Ego was talking about the next steps or keys to our ego or our evolution, right? And I think, like, with Nagi finding that fire, it's not even just to destroy Isagi, it's not to destroy Rin, it's not to destroy Reo. He wants to be the best in the world. Every character that has said that, something impactful has happened to their character, because it's no longer something as if they look for they don't look for some external goal or something that's beyond them, that has to do with other people. It's about themselves wanting to be the best in the world. That has nothing to do with anybody but you. It might involve other people due to competitive stuff and competitions, competitive stuff, or other trials and tribulations of life, but it has to do with the self. That is important. Very, very important. And for Nagi to get that half-faced ego come back and says, I want to be the best in the world. This is the first time he said it, and it's genuine, right? That panel alone fired me up. And then we get the slick introduction of all of the Blue Lockers. So exciting. It was so hype. Isagi got the widespread. Rin got that long panel. Chigiri, Anaru, Nico, IQ, Reo, I think I've already said Bachira, like, all of these characters, man, and I'm so hyped. Reo, like, it's the introduction of each character, Gagamaru with this slick jump introduction, it was so cool, guys, it was so cool. And the big reveal of Nigeria, one of my favorite widespreads of this whole video. I love the pull-up game when it comes to teams. I can't wait to see the pull-up game with Loki. That widespread France panel. It's going to go crazy. I can't wait. Remember, Charles is going to be on that team, So, he's probably going to be awakened. So, it's not looking good there, right? Who knows? We'll speculate for when we get there. But I did say earlier in the video, as they were playing, like, Blue Lock Japan, they were dismantling them, destroying them. Just when they were filling each other out, defense is getting some love, center mid's getting some love, and then the strikers or the forwards getting love. Their center striker system, egoless by the way, versus a multifaceted ego-centered striker system was just destroying them. Once they found them out, they adapted like that, quick, and that's what I like about Blue Lock so far. In this arc is the fact that they were so adaptive to their playstyle. They're like, Onazi's the threat, and Kuso, bet, shut him down. And they did that. They did that in less than 2 chapters, right? Dismantling them. And I was saying that the Bachira goal was clean. You got his backstory too. A little bit of IQ, but then Nico, and then Anaru, and then we got Reo copying with the double Bachira into the Chigiri 44 Panther Snipe goal. That was crazy. That was probably my favorite goal. Rin was good. Rin was really good, but I really like Reo's, guys. I'm not going to hold you. It's close. They're kind of like tied right now. They're tied. I can't decide. But yeah, and you guys let me know which is your favorite goal of this video so far. And again, I was theorizing saying if they're not going to win, they're going to score one time and it's going to change. Again, if they lose, it's not the end. It's not the end. but it's a rude awakening for what they need to do moving forward. We know Loki, we know Charles, and for all the other France members we're going to meet, they got that ego. They got it. Right? We don't know why or how, but they got it. For, PXG and Bastard Muhin, the NEL match was definitely a tease into what they could do. Remember, he blocked the Kaiser Impact, right? Charles was shutting down Hiyori to a degree and other characters too. And Isagi a couple times. So yeah. Made that incredible wicked pass to Shido, right? Like, I'm telling you, man, when that, it's going to go crazy with France, right? But with Nigeria, even with like the second half, I like how Onazi, along with his backstory, really interesting. It gave us insight, and it allowed me to formulate my theories and why I was correct on that. Why I felt like their team was lacking a sense of self-individuality, right? Because again, a team working together and having a sole striker is not bad, but let me finish. The reason why I think it's okay, or it can be bad, is that it lacks individuality, right? Every character is trying at their 100% to win. They're trying to make Onazi win. That's not good. Again, and Onazi is, again, even though he's scoring the goals and being the ace, he's still thinking we, us. Again, what's better? I gave this analogy earlier in the video, and I'll give it to you guys again. What's better? Me trying to help somebody become good and we go through life that well, or two people competing against one another but they're on the same team trying to be the best, releasing 100 plus 100% of their power or whatever, or their potential, right? Obviously them, because they're going beyond their limits, competing against one another, but competition invokes talent. It invokes that animalistic instinctive nature, right? And just like with the whole Gagamaru save, right? Like the giant woolly mammoth and the hunter, when Ego was talking about the hunters, right? Onazi, it was shown there. It was shown. Same thing with Kuso. It was shown, but he folded. Just like Nagi and just like Isagi chapter 1. He passed rather than taking the shot. He probably could have scored, probably. Because Gagamaru's this big beast. So he probably wouldn't have, but it's the fact, it's that ego that he was there, but it was baseless. So that's probably why he's not scoring, right? He lacks that desire and that individualistic desire, egocentrism, right? Things that the Neo Eagles League was talking about. And I called it. Moving into like the end when Reen scored, I loved that from Reen, guys. I like that. We like that. Look, Reen fans, right? And I'm a Reen fan. I like Reen. I like Reen a lot. Ever since U-20s, man, he's always been cold, right? I would say ever since the second selection, yeah, he's been cold. And yeah, like him reflecting on himself, and that was a parallel that a lot of people probably didn't peep because they're not reading the manga, right? But, excuse me, I'll sell my soul for these impulses. He won without sticking his tongue out. He beat Isagi there. He beat him. He beat Isagi. That's why he's number 1. He beat Isagi there. But that doesn't mean it's over yet. It's not over yet. Again, guys. Again. I'm telling y'all, we're halfway in the game now. Like, there's 15 minutes left, but it's halfway. Onazi's either scoring one super goal, like it's going to be a super goal, or they're going to make a comeback. But I'm guessing Onazi's gonna snap and create some crazy goal, like crazy goal, and then the time's going to run out. Watch. I'm calling it. Watch, guys. I'm calling it. He's going to score some super goal. Come back to this video. Come back. Either that, or again, Isagi's gonna score, and then yeah. So it just depends. It just depends where they're gonna catch up. But all of my theories, all of my feelings, at least towards this manga so far, at least with this arc specifically, I've been right on. And I really want to talk about, as I was wrapping up the discussion, but I'm going to continue it in a second. I'm just jumping all over the place here. This is my immediate live thoughts, guys. Sorry if it's all over the place, right? But I just want to talk about I took a break from it earlier, the fans and, the agendas and whatever I was saying earlier. I was getting emotional about it. I just feel like with a lot of mangas that, was live at the time, my biggest manga that I can think of back in, again, 2023 was Jujutsu Kaisen, 2024. And I think it's just sprouted like a wave of manga fans and people who are just so disingenuous and so just nonsensical that it's just like, can we bring back common sense? You know, that's all I gotta say, guys. Again, I've already said my feelings. You guys can comment how you guys want to feel about the fan base and my discussion and my theories, for your guys' theories for this match, how France is gonna go. Again, we'll talk about France later, so let's save it for that. But this match, was I spitting? Was I not? Again, post your theories, your thoughts. How did you guys feel? Who's your favorite character? Who do you hate? Do you like the fact that the author is giving these characters time to shine, giving them the fruits of their labor? Because by the end of the day, for all the people who are crapping on Isagi or Rin or all these characters who didn't score till last minute, do you guys realize that when we face like France and all these characters, all of these side characters like Anaru, Aiku, they're barely going to get any panel time because it's all going to be high tier characters. That's exactly how PXG and Bastard Muhen were. There were some Kyoto, or not, yeah, I think it was Kyoto, and like other characters getting some love here, but it was the Rins, it was the Kaisers, it was the Charles, it was the Shidos, it was the Rins, I've already said Rins, it was the Isagis, the Lokis, the Noel Noahs. Like, we're not going to see any side characters, so why not give them time to develop, guys? You know, I like this, I really do. This was not only a big flare, a big opener to Blue Lock, like hey world, right? Like not just Japan, but hey Nigeria, hey U-20s. This is Japan. This is the new and improved Japan, and this is a good showcase of it. Isagi being the heart of it makes the most sense. He's been the heart of Blue Lock since the beginning of the series. And him saying all that isn't him just talking crap, talking shit, guys. Is him like helping them. There was some ego floating around them, but like it wasn't. It died and disappeared when they started talking about we and us. Isagi saying all that stuff makes sense. This shows how much he's grown as a character. Really, he has. Chapter 1 Isagi's not saying this. Same thing with any of the other Blue Lockers, right? Same thing with Rin. Selection 2 Rin is not saying what Chapter 321-20 Rin is saying. So I like to see the development of these characters, not just people scoring goals. You know? Gosh, like, right? But that's it. I feel like the discussion was pretty good. Again, let me know how you guys feel about the match so far. Not just feat-wise, but narratively, because this is a story by the end of the day. How do you guys feel narratively? The art was phenomenal. This is weekly. If this art's planned, you know, if it's, I'm pretty sure, like, mostly, as a guy who's drawing too, you guys have to storyboard, all that stuff. This is like a crazy weekly. Guys, let's stop talking about the story. Let's stop talking about the characters, feats, and everything. Let's talk about the art. The art is phenomenal, guys. Phenomenal. And the fan coloring always goes crazy. Shout out to the fan coloring. Go into the description right now, guys. And because I don't see a lot of content creators do this, go check out the fan colorings. I always put them in the description. I try to. Anyways, if I forget, remind me, guys. Spam me. I don't want to be insensitive towards the people who actually put effort into these colors. This... I like this. Let me know how you guys feel right now. Right now. No excuse. Comment. I'm going to need the comments flooded here. Same with next video, too. Comments. Leave a like. I want 100 likes in 24 hours. That was crazy, guys. 48 hours. 2 days. Give me 100 likes. And, we might read one chapter of a video. If that's what you guys really want to see, I will do that. Let me know how you guys feel. Dislike me, like the video. I need to see some feedback. And was I spitting? Was I not? Do you guys hate my takes? Do you guys hate my whatever? Let me know. Turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss videos by your boy. Like, dislike, subscribe. I said all that. Check out my members. It's a different type of way to support my channel. A few bucks a month. You guys don't have to, but it's a different type of way, again, to support the channel, show support. We're almost close to 3K. Let's run it up, guys. 3K. We haven't got there yet. Hey, you see for every person who's viewing this, you better subscribe. Hey, subscribe, guys. Subscribe. I don't ask for likes. I do. I am not really. I don't ask for dislikes. I do, but not really. Any other stuff. I ask for subscribes, for comments. So you guys can stay. And one last thing. Not just my Blue Lock videos, but all of my videos. So all Blue Lock fans, right now, go check out my other videos. Don't be that guy. How do you guys feel about my videos? How do you guys feel about me as a content creator? comment button, comment section right now. Premiere, you guys better be heading down there right now. I'm waiting. I'm posted up deep. Y'all better pull up with me. I love you guys. Take care. Honestly, dude, I cannot wait for next chapter. I cannot wait, guys. I can't wait. I can't. That final will be Sagi, but then also the talk with Onazi. This, again, Onazi is literally Isagi if he didn't take that path. I'm connecting some things. This Nigeria match is good. It is. I'll see you guys in the next match. Or not next match, but in the next half of the match, or next quarter final of it, right? Last 15 minutes. In the U-20 World Cup. It's your boy All Time. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. All Time, and I'm out.
世界一になりに来てんだよ。このままじゃ今までの俺と同じだ。人生変えに来てんだよ。エゴイスタ潔陽一。ブルーロック。
No more game time again. It's time to come through. And I don't need it, but I want it. And I tell you partial truth. Get your broken, throw away. And I'm geeking around with the man. In the big body talking today. Yeah, we come out with checks in the sun. We can't on my bed today. 俺はストライカーだ。